let him know that I would like to talk to him, and I'm not a weirdo.
I will. And I'm live.
Okay. Oops. I will see you in a second.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I know. I need that open.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay. I could hear you, but I couldn't see it. Hello. Okay. Do I have an echo?
We did, but it was because I had a second window open. I muted that window.
Oh, okay. Are we live? Maybe we get some people. What are you? I'm okay. If you're vaping nicotine, put a one in the chat. If you're vaping something else, put a two in the chat. Right? You know what? The truth of it is, I'm gonna share a struggle. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I smoke. I smoke cigarettes, and I smoke a lot of cigarettes because it's easy for me to do the way my life is set up at the moment.
I feel you. That's what it took me. I was in the same boat, but now this, it's this all the time.
Well, that's the thing. I told you I'm moving, and in my new place, I cannot smoke inside, which is probably the reason I smoke so much now is because I've been able to smoke inside. And so I have a vape that I'm trying to incorporate into this situation. But let me ask you this. Do you think you vape more than you smoked?
Oh, yeah.
That,
But I can also say it saved me money.
yeah, I know. My best friend, she switched to vaping. She does the little elf
Because
bar.
it actually, like, this whole thing lasts me a month.
Oh, you fill it up and make your own. Like,
No,
or
I went and bought this at the store
the
today.
liquid.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
this whole thing lasts me a month.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have to change the filter or anything in it?
Yes, the cartridge. Let me see. I have that. Give me a bag. Ugh. My cat's like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm really bad about changing my cartridges out, but they last, I don't know, forever for me.
Yeah.
These are my
Oh,
little coils.
yeah.
I only change them like when I absolutely need to.
Like when
So
they burn out.
yeah, when they like completely burn or when I start leaking. Like the other day, I started leaking really bad around here. So finally, I was like, okay, let's change out the rings and my coil. And once I did that, it was fine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, now what flavor is it? That's another thing I'm having a hard time with.
This is strawberry kiwi.
Okay. And have you tried different ones
Mm-hmm. I
to
used
find
to
them?
do a house blend of strawberry kiwi that they had at the local smoke shop, but they stopped the house blends completely. And I'm like, really? Of course you did. So then they started doing these, and they're just like the factory ones.
Mm-hmm.
And this juice head is good. I like the juice head. I just did the freeze, which is like the menthol type,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty good. And so I went to the regular one this time, and I'm just gonna try the regular strawberry kiwi.
Oh, you have to let me know.
Yeah, I
Maybe
love
I'll
it.
have to do. I keep trying these little, elf
And
bar things.
on Amazon, I bought the little rubber bands that go around
Oh,
the
yeah.
glass. I bought 30 of them for like $13.
Now, how much is the whole, like, your
This
vape?
this whole thing,
Yeah.
this setup right here probably cost me $90.
Okay.
But I mean, I
It's
got
worth
two
the
of them.
investment.
Yeah, because if you think about it, once a month I go and get juice, and then I have two of these to where one's on the charger and one's with me, to where I'm just changing out
So
the
you
box.
always have one.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. So
I'm,
one's on the charger, one's with me, and I'm constantly, and I mean,
I
it's a
know.
good setup for me.
Well, at my friend, she's like, she thinks at the bathroom, at work. It's easy.
Yes. It's like I'm not even supposed to at work, but I'll mute
Mm-hmm.
and you can't hear.
No, no. Are you on the phone at work?
Yes.
Yeah. I used to be on the phone for work too, and I can't stand
Yeah, I like
it.
it.
It's tough.
And
That's
I
good.
used to be a really heavy smoker, and the
Yeah.
thing is, I had to quit smoking because my grandmother got lung cancer.
Mm.
And then it started really worrying me because she, got over the lung cancer. And of course, I was still smoking at the time, but now she has nodules again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So she had lung cancer, she got that half of the lung removed. And then it was like 10 years went by, and then she got brain cancer. She had a brain tumor.
Oh my
She just
goodness.
got over that for the last 5 years. Yeah, the last 5 years she got over that, cancer free from that. And then we just found out she has nodules that doubled in size in her lungs.
Oh my.
And what annoys me even more over that is insurance and hospital bureaucracy. They know that this is in her lungs. They know it's doubled in size, but they won't do anything for 6 months until her next PET scan to see what it is.
Why so long? How old is your grandmother?
Early 70s?
Not that that makes any difference,
But it,
but
it just annoys the ever living crap out of me because I'm like, you know it's there, you know what's happening. Why can't we do it now?
why not check in 3 months? I mean, if why can't a 3-month checkup be reasonable? Especially with her history.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because
okay,
before all this, she even had nodules in her breast that come up all the time. And her insurance was even like, well, let's get a double mastectomy as a preventative.
mhm.
Insurance was like, no, we're not doing it.
That's really frustrating to me
Mm-hmm.
because that's something I try to do. As I work with people with chronic illness, and I work a lot with people one on one, and
And she's military. She has,
that's that's even worse
yes,
because she should have
she has
everything.
TRICARE for life, Tiff.
Yeah, no, that stinks. And the thing to me, for me, is that TRICARE, uh, I feel like can be worse coverage than Medicaid in reality. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get to pick your doctors. They're never in a convenient location, at least not around here. You got to go.
Well, to go to the best cancer place that she can,
"Mm,
my mom takes her to MD Anderson in Houston every 6 months for her checkup.
and how
So they
far
have to
is
drive 8 hours.
right, right,
I mean, they could go right there in Wichita Falls, but that's local doctors.
right. They
That,
don't take TRICARE, right?
well, they do because you have the Wichita Falls Air Force Base right there.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's local doctors that don't know
Like
crap
it's not
going well.
specialist. It's
Yes,
not what she
and
needs.
if you go down to MD Anderson, they specialize in cancer. They do the research on cancer.
Right,
That's where she's going to be in the best hands.
right. That's where she needs to be.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm grateful that your mom is willing to do, I mean,
Yeah.
able, and she's able to go and all of that stuff. But I think it's crap that there's not something closer, that it's not more efficient, that she's not getting what she needs,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that sucks because
Yeah,
the
because even
military,
Wichita, for the PET scan,
yeah,
just for the PET scan that she needs, they told her in Wichita, yeah, she can go, but they can't slice it as thin as they need it for
with their
at,
scan,
at what they would do with MD Anderson.
different machines, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's so crazy.
I know. Well, at least she's found. I mean, at least she's found something outside of.
But it's just knowing you have the doctors, you have the care, but oh wait, you gotta wait 6 months, even though we know
Yeah,
this is there. And it's like, why? And it's
and
because it comes down to insurance. And insurance is saying, oh wait, you had a PET scan 6 months ago, so we have to wait 6 months.
there's never any wiggle room.
Yes.
That's what irritates me. I would like to see them have the same insurance that government officials have, right?
Right.
I mean, not to get too far off into the weeds, but they're the ones going out and fighting and doing all of the whatever they are. And even if they never do those things, they signed up for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. My grandfather, he had a TRICARE. And I've worked with a lot of people that have TRICARE and it stinks. I worked at a hospital and they didn't accept TRICARE. So um, people would come in and like they'd get them stabilized, but you got to go to the VA.
Mm-hmm. It's like
You
Actually,
know?
my spouse has is entitled to VA, but
Yeah.
no, no, we don't do it because
No.
we have regular United Healthcare insurance,
Yeah.
but we don't do VA because we know the VA is stupid. You wait eternally long, and then you don't have your choice of doctors. You don't have your choice of healthcare. You, I mean, it's
And there's
ridiculous.
yeah, there's not even a guarantee that you're gonna see the same doctor.
Right.
You know, that's something else that is like has I found a little concerning with some people that
There's
I
people that's literally died waiting for VA care.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It makes me frustrated.
So there's
And
we don't even use it.
yeah, well, I mean, hopefully you don't need it. It's
We don't. We don't need it.
yeah, or won't,
Yeah.
you know, but if it's something, right? If you need something, that's the thing. People get stuck in their situations.
Right. I mean, there is some people that is the only care that they have. It's the only care they have, or the only option they have. And
Right.
when you're like that, it's so sad that it's the system is so broken.
I know. I had a friend sign up just so that it would give her family health care,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, you know, but even with private insurance,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, it
Well, I
really
mean,
is.
even with private healthcare nowadays, it's ridiculous because we've lost two doctors within the last couple of months.
Which ones? Who?
Uh,
You?
yeah, like
Really?
our primary doctor that we've had for years. She wrote in the healthcare portal and just said, sorry to tell you all this, but I'm leaving the practice. So she left.
Yeah.
And then we got another doctor. And that doctor up and quit. Like, we didn't even know she was leaving. She up and quit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did my primary, she did just leave. You're right. Like as you're talking, I'm like, yeah, mine did. She did just like we got a letter say she took another position or whatever, you know, and
But it's
sends me a
even
list.
worse in these conservative, like, red states.
Yep.
It's really worse right now because they're
Mm,
pushing all these doctors out
I
and
know.
they're running. And I'm seeing it. I mean, doctors are running left and right. It's hard
Yeah.
to even get a doctor right now. If I was to call my, like, the actual doctor that my PA was under,
Yeah.
um, I wouldn't get another appointment for a couple months because they're
I
so booked out.
know. They're so booked out,
Yeah.
and that's ridiculous.
Mhm.
And I also got shipped out. I try to stay within like one hospital system because it
They got
just
the
is
records and yeah.
right. It's just much easier that way. And I had gotten shipped out. Like this hospital system literally sent me to the other hospitals, like their competitor essentially, to have things done because they just, yeah, it's annoying.
It is. It is sad how our country's become with the healthcare system.
It is. And, you know, you don't realize the things, or I didn't, I guess, realize how appreciative I should have been, you know, when it was better.
Right.
You know, I remember I worked for one company. I had no premium, no co-pays, no nothing. Nothing. And
Mhm.
I like I didn't take advantage. Now, you know, deductibles are ridiculous, prescription costs are insane. It's really ridiculous.
It is. It's like I signed up through my new work with the new insurance, and I got that insurance card in, and I kid you not, do I still have it up here? Guess I don't have it up here. There's a list around here somewhere, but I have pages of what's excluded,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, it's better to say what's paid for.
Yes, that would be much much more
Yeah.
helpful.
I was looking through that. No hospital stays, no emergency room visits. I mean, the stuff you would usually use healthcare for
Right.
wasn't paid for. And I'm like, what am I paying $300 a month for?
Yes.
Like, literally, I'm not,
It's so expensive.
yeah, I'm paying $300 a month for nothing. After
Yeah.
my surgery in October, I'm going, I should just get rid of this. It's literally worth nothing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You end up paying huge deductibles. Then you have co-pays, and you 80/20. You're responsible for your 20% now, which is it's a lot of money that people could spend on other things.
Yes. And
You
I'm
know,
just like,
I feel like
that's,
I'm moving.
that's literally taking more than half my paycheck
I'm
for
sure, yeah.
this. And I'm just like, that's insane.
Yeah.
You're taking half my paycheck for this.
And give me nothing.
Yes. Is this it? I think this is it. Yes. Look at this. Pages upon pages.
Of what's not covered.
Yeah, of what's not covered.
And you know what? It's really some of the things that aren't covered, like you said, are normal things. It really does surprise me that, like, you're not going to cover
What
it.
was it? It was the very first thing on it that I was reading, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like the very first thing on the dang list.
This,
Uh, let's see. Well, of course, abortion, acupuncture, allergy testing, biofeedback, biopsies, cardiovascular studies, chemical
biopsies,
biopsies,
cardiovascular studies.
chemotherapy, childbirth, cochlear implants, cosmetic surgery, dental care, diabetic supplies, including insulin injectors and pumps,
Yep.
diagnostic colonoscopies, which I have all the time,
Yes.
diagnostic imaging, including CT, PET scans, MRIs, and ultrasounds, diagnostic mammograms, dialysis, drug testing, durable medical equipment.
So no preventative care.
Nothing. Like, it goes on and on and on. That's just page one.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, seriously? Everything that I would need for any of my stuff, like, just,
For what you need for your things, your healthcare,
yeah.
it's not covered.
Yeah, because it goes into like my anxiety and depression, things like that.
Mhm.
It's not covered. And even when it goes into like the surgery, like I'm having a hysterectomy in October,
Mm-hmm.
it's not covered. What good is it?
I know.
Well,
I know. You know something I always suggest to people? Not everybody wants to do it, but where the fuck does my... Oh, sorry. My mouth.
oh, you're good.
I got a bad mouth. Bad. I'm like, where am I in my picture? Like, where's my thing? What was I saying? Oh, you can always apply, and I don't know that people know this, but like when things aren't covered, you can always apply like financial assistant program, because they, even if you make a chunk, they'll break it down to a sliding scale. You know what I mean? And like most people can at least get a chunk cut off of that. And like something I tell people all the time, like people will be like, I don't want to, I don't want to apply for things, or I don't want. And I'm like, you know what? For things that you physically need to survive, I would rather, even if I had that $300 to pay for the thing, I would rather spend that $300 on so many other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to pay for my hysterectomy. I had mine last October.
Oh, okay.
So if you need
So you
it,
had yours in October?
what'd you say? I'm sorry.
You had yours last October?
Yeah, I had my hysterectomy last October.
Oh, so we'll have both of ours in October.
Yeah, 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 I did.
Yeah, I'm having mine October 5th.
Yeah, it was a good
Did you
thing.
get
I
a
was
full
having
or a partial?
problems. Huh? Full.
I'm getting a full as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He said I was already done.
A
With
lot of people, they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't get a full," and they like try to say all kinds of bad things about it. I'm like, "But you don't get it."
you
A,
are young.
me and my doctors already talked about it,
Yeah.
and I said, B, I have endometriosis.
Well, there you go.
I said, I will A, never have kids, and B, why go through life with so much pain when I don't have to?
Right. And really, like my doctor said, he was like, really, the only reason to leave the ovaries at this point, it they could just get cancer. So why not just get rid of them and not have to worry about that?
Yeah, and my doctor said he could do a partial, but he said, honestly, in 4 to 5 years, I would be back with endometriosis pain.
Over the rest of it.
Yeah. And I was like, don't tell me twice. I was like, I'm A, I'm not good with pain. And B, if I'm gonna be back, you might as well do it all at once. I'm not the type that's gonna be
I'm, I'm
two
not down for going
infections.
through this joint.
I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
why? Go
Right.
here and do it all at once.
Yes. Yeah, that's why not? Like, just if you're in there, just do it.
Yeah, like
So, and see if there's anything else that needs done,
right.
and do that too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Now you are younger than me. So are you gonna do hormones?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do hormones, but the way I look at that is, I'd rather be on hormones and take, hormone pills the rest of my life rather than be in pain.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh
I don't mind switching one for the other. I take pills every day anyway for all of the crap that I go
now
through. So,
have you had any exploratory surgery to see where all your endo is?
hmm
Uh, is it just on that area, or has it gone to your bladder or anywhere else?
yeah, I don't remember where they said it was at the time. It was on other parts, but they got it,
Oh, good. Good.
and then um, they said it wasn't bad, but my cramps from it are horrendous.
Yeah.
And, they said, even though it's not like growing other places, they said for each person, it's different. And
Yeah.
for me, the pain from it is just no.
So bad. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I've had pain from endometriosis and cramps since I was like, I don't know, 15. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's been one of them of, you know, I've been doubled over crying in bed before over it, and it's
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. And that's a tough thing to go through.
I've had to
So
walk home from school. I remember that.
yeah.
Neither of my parents could take off work. And
Oh, so
I
you're on
had
your
to walk home from school in pain, in cramps, walk back, I don't know, it was like half a mile home.
yeah. I walked to school too.
And then all I could do was get home and cry and curl up in a ball.
Oh,
And all you can do is take like a freaking Advil and
well, yeah.
hope for the best.
I know. You know, when I was that age, Motrin was prescription.
Nuh-uh.
And I remember my mom would get it for whatever, maybe who
Motrin
knows.
prescription.
Yeah, Motrin was a prescription back then.
Oh,
I feel so old when I say these things.
I never knew Motrin was prescription.
I need my camera to be here. Okay, yeah, and yeah, and so she would get them. I think they were like little red pills or I don't orange. I don't remember, but so but when I had my period, if it was bad, she would let me take a Motrin.
And Motrin is like that doesn't even phase me.
No,
You
and
don't like taking a
no, for you,
Tylenol. You
no.
pop a piece of candy in your mouth.
I
It does
know,
nothing.
I know. It's difficult, because like I have chronic pain.
Oh, hi, Juliana.
Oh,
YouTube doesn't have subtitles on lives, but Facebook does. And it's super good. What do you mean by that, Juliana? Subtitles on lives, but Facebook does. I guess I'll have to go and look. It's so weird seeing my dog over my shoulder. And she's back.
and I'm back. I'm sorry. I got it through a messenger call and it knocked me off. I'm like, what the fuck? It froze me or something. Hey, Juliana, how are you? What time is it there?
Yeah, she's in
Brazil. Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil.
She needs to teach me some Spanish.
Oh, dude. I'll show you. Keep talking. Okay.
She's gonna show what the Facebook subtitles. Yeah, I'm going to on a cruise next April.
Who you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm way down here. Where the hell am I at? I'm like, I just looked up and I'm down.
She said, Tiff, come back.
I know. I'm like, sorry, I wasn't looking. And then I'm like, oh, where am I? I'm way down here.
Yeah, on our cruise, we're going to, where is it? We're going to
I've never done a cruise.
Rotan, Cozumel,
Oh.
and I think Costa Maya, I think. I'll have to look at it. I'm not.
Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like you're going all of like the nice, sunny, beachy, warm places that I would. Dang it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
There we
like it's my side of the family, me, my mom, my grandma, my sister, my cousin Brooke, my cousin Shayla, her wife, and I think Mama Connie, and we're all going. We're all like picking up the back
Babe.
half of the ship.
Oh, well, that's nice. That'll be a good time.
Yeah. So we're all going like on a girls' week cruise.
That'll be a lot of fun. Now, have you taken a cruise before?
Yes.
And you
Uh,
love it?
I don't know, probably decade and a half ago. Before I got married, we did a family cruise, and that was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one we went to Cozumel, Jamaica, and Costa Maya, I think.
Oh, nice. All again, the beautiful, warm places.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was fun. I got to swim with dolphins on that one.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like it. Oh, is Joel here? No. Is he
Yeah,
gone?
well, it was.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Joel. If you're here, I don't know. I don't see Julie anymore. Well, she told me to come back in. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she sent me, I'm looking, she sent me something on video,
Oh, okay.
on Messenger.
Okay. Look amongst yourselves. Oh, I'm gonna like your video.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah,
I appreciate that touch.
I thought that would be nice of me, and I'll make a comment too.
You know what? The videos are like slow and awkward. Get back to StreamYard.
Oh yeah, I just look. Now you're gone.
I'm coming back.
That's so funny. Um, what's
She said, I'm here, Tiff, but I'm going to bed.
I'm here too, but I'm going to bed. Oh, okay. Is it late? Is it late there, Julie?
It's gotta be.
I know. Well, I'm 3 hours ahead of you, right?
Are you? Where are you
Yeah,
at?
Ohio.
Oh,
So I'm East time.
good.
I am actually live by the Clearwater time that everybody lives by.
I know
Everybody
everybody
lives by.
goes by Clearwater time.
I know, which is perfect for me because that's my time. Have a good night, Julie, sweetheart. If you're going to bed.
She said it's almost 1 a.m.
Oh, is it? Well, that's what it might be that time for me.
Oh,
No, it's only 11:41.
Marilyn, this was
Oh,
a
hey.
last minute. We decided to go live just because.
Yeah, we were just chitty chatting, and we're like, she was going live, and I jumped on with her, and we've really just been talking to each other the whole time, which has been a lovely conversation, actually. Yeah, how are you? Marilyn too. She lives at Clearwater time. Like
Yeah.
I kind of know some of people's time zones, but I get confused
I
anyway.
think I'm like one of the only people though in like, well, it never ends, that is Central Time.
Oh, you're Central time,
Yes.
so it's 10:41 for you.
Yes.
So I'm only an hour ahead of you, not 3. I was thinking that you were West Coast time, Pacific Coast time.
Yeah, I'm Central.
I
I'm
guess you're
smack in the
right.
middle of the map.
Yeah, you're right. I have a friend that lives in Louisiana, and she's Central too, right? So I think so. Yes, she's only an hour. I get so confused.
Yeah, Louisiana's just on the other side. That's where my spouse is right now.
Louisiana.
Mhm. Truck
Oh.
driver. Goes to
Oh,
Louisiana
really?
every week.
Does he drive all week long?
No, just to New Orleans area, does deliveries and then comes back.
Oh, nice. Now, how far is that from you?
For me, about 9 hours. Uh, by
Well,
car, maybe 7. By semi truck, it's about 9.
yeah. So he takes the load and then comes back. Now he has to have downtime, right?
Yeah, like right now, it's uh, sleeping and then get up in the morning and go do a delivery or 8. Actually, tomorrow I think it's an all day delivery. She'll
Just
be stuck
one.
here all day.
Yeah. Does he prefer that?
It depends because all day deliveries get paid by the hour, but then deliveries by stop, you get paid by stop and by miles. So it depends on how much you can get done. And
Okay.
usually you can get a lot done. Like the other day, I think it did 8 deliveries in one day.
Wow.
Other drivers don't usually get that much done in one day. But
That seems like a lot.
yeah, but not having to touch the freight,
Yeah,
not too bad.
because he's just dropping it.
Yeah, because the loaders or
They
the
do.
what do they call them? Forgot what is the term? Uh,
I didn't know.
can't even think of the term right now. But the people that get paid to unload the trucks, lumpers. There we go.
Mm,
That's what they're called. They do
okay, I
all
did
that.
not know. Lumpers.
Lumpers. Yes, they get paid by that company. So if you go
Heard
to
of
like
that.
say Cisco has their own little lumper company that will
Okay.
they'll come in and that lumber company unloads and loads the trucks.
Oh, well, that's nice. So he's just drives in, they put it off and on, and he just goes.
Yep.
That's nice.
There's only a few places where it actually has to touch the freight. Like
That's good.
what is I can't think of it. There's one during the week that has to touch freight and the freight's pretty dang heavy. It's like 2,000 pounds a pallet. And it's pretty dang heavy freight.
Yeah, so then he's got to try to move that himself. Ugh.
And no dock.
Oh, well, that's so
Yeah.
he's got to unload it.
No, what they usually do is they come up with a forklift and they put the load like right on the tail, and then he'll have a pallet jack.
Yeah.
With the pallet jack and move the freight further up into the truck. But it's it's heavy freight, 2,000 pounds a pallet, and
Yeah.
especially sometimes when the floor is slick, that can get quite scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
I've done it. I remember one time we were doing it. It was our last load, and we had to go to some bread company, and they had I don't know like 7 pallets we had to put on the truck, and we were
Yeah.
like, "There's no way this is gonna fit. There's just it's not gonna fit." So we had to hand unload box by box and put these on there. So I got it up in the truck and then I got it on top of the freight that was already in there and hand me boxes and I would throw them to the back of the truck to fit all the spread in there. Can't hear you.
I'm sure.
No.
There we go.
Now I can hear you.
Now I can hear you.
Give me a second. I have to go switch out my mod.
It was me. It was me. Wow, that was nice of the ladies to swing by. I didn't know anyone would stop by. Surprise. I said nobody would stop by. Uh, no.
Yeah, I told you I always had one on charge.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you gotta kind of. That's like my friend. She has like 5 of those little things. I keep forgetting. Elf bar or whatever their shape. I don't know if they're all the same brand, but she'll carry a bunch of them because they run out.
Yeah, this one fully
And you,
charged. I can probably get it to last 2 or 3 days.
well, that's really good. Although I think
This
these
one's
last
brand new too. Like I just got it probably not even a month ago.
nice. That's so nice.
I like this one. It's pretty. It's all rainbow.
Yeah. Oh, it is pretty. Yeah, I got a phone that's like iridescent like that. I don't use it anymore. That guy is too much for me. But I like that iridescent color, don't you? I'd
Yeah.
love to get my car wrapped in that.
Right?
Yeah, it'd be so cute. I have a Mini Cooper. Wouldn't that be the cutest? Like a little iridescent.
Do we even have anybody watching anymore?
I'm going over here. I don't think so.
No.
I don't
There's
think
one
so.
watching, but I think the one watching would be just you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it is probably me. Because I have my iPad open and
Oh yeah, probably.
so then it's me. And then if I put
But
my
hey, it's cool. We got 2 people in here, so it's
yeah,
something.
they popped in. That was nice. I didn't know. And like in another time too, like in my group, like people are like I kept getting calls right or on, and that's people in my group. There's a video group chat where I created it so it could just be a video chat,
Mm-hmm.
um, because not everybody can type, and it's difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they live chat and they're up late. They're insomniacs. A lot of them have anxiety. You know, all of us have anxiety or deal with childhood trauma in some way. You know, and so it's a great group. Oh, now what are your pets' names?
This is Brad.
Brat. Is that an earned name?
No, actually, her and Little Bit. Come here. This one. This is Little Bit.
Oh, cute.
Um, they're rescues. When I used to watch a family friends animals, my spouse's best friend's um, mom and stepdad. When her mom died, I would go over and watch the pets for her stepdad.
No.
When her stepdad died, we didn't even actually know it. He was dead in the house for a week.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Her brother actually found him.
Oh,
And
that's so traumatic.
it is. They found
And it's yeah.
they found rescues for all the dogs, but um, they still had 4 cats. And so,
Oh wow.
yeah, I was like, well, I'll take 2 of the cats. It's the least the thing I can do.
Yeah.
So I
That's
took Brat and Little Bit. And so they were already named that. So
right.
like I'll keep the names the same.
Right. We'll try to make this as easy as possible, as
Yeah.
smooth as we possibly can. I
But
know, because they're traumatized too.
yes. Because
I'm
I mean
like,
I'm not even gonna think about what they went through.
don't even take me there, Brandy, because I can't.
And so I took the two cats and then I
Yeah.
had my two dogs.
Now, how do they get along? Well, now, what are your two dogs' names?
DC and Charlie.
Now, who's your shoulder pet?
DC.
DC. Okay. And
Yep.
Charlie?
Charlie is my brindle dog. Let's see. There he is.
Oh, he looks like a Charlie.
Yeah. That's my big
Baby.
old Bubba.
He's a baby. He's got cute buns.
Yep.
I always tell my dogs, I'm like, look at your little buns. Look at your buns.
Yeah. He's the one that I got first when me and my spouse got together. So that's my
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
He's let's see, we've been married 11 years now. Charlie's 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's
He is
he's my
like,
big old baby.
he's your baby.
I got him when he was 12. DC I got from my cousin. He's only 5, 5 or 6.
Now, did you get him as a little niblet?
No, I got him. Basically, my cousin couldn't keep up with his grooming,
Oh, yeah.
and his grooming is a lot. Because him being a little Maltese, he has to be groomed all the time.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, and because of moving and everything,
Yeah.
and his anxiety, and because he has separation anxiety and PTSD,
Oh,
I can't just take him anywhere to get groomed.
yeah.
Nips and bites, and he's a bad dog. So I can't take him just like to Petco or anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Petco won't take him. The groomer I used to take him to before we moved into this house, I took him one day. I actually drove the hour and a half back out to her to go take him. And when I got him back, he was completely covered in razor marks.
Oh, I hate that. You know, I have a little Shih Tzu, and
Yeah, and once I seen that, I was like, he ain't going back.
yeah,
She was really good with him up until that point. And I was just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. He's already traumatized enough.
yeah. I know. Don't you hate? I hate having to find a new groomer.
Yeah. So now I do it all myself.
Do you?
Yes.
Nice.
And it's gotten easier, especially I bought these new cordless razors, and it's gotten so much easier.
That's
It used to
good.
be such a pain in the butt, and it used to take me like 3 days just to
Yeah,
do it.
to get it all done. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Especially with my bad back. But the other day, I actually got them done in one day. It's the
Oh,
first time ever.
nice.
I was like, oh, thank God. I got them done in one day. So
That's nice.
that was nice.
Hello.
But yeah, like,
Yeah, I know my Shih Tzu time, and we had a groomer, and I loved her because you just took her in for like a couple hours instead of like all day or even 4 hours. It would just be like 2 hours and come get her. And then she retired, and we found a new groomer who was like twice the price, and it's okay, but it's just like I like the other like touches, but she is not gonna let me groom her. Come here, what are you doing? And then I also have a little min pin.
we had min pins.
Did you?
Yeah, growing up. I told my spouse, I was like, the next one we get, I was like, it's going to be no grooming required.
I know. Well, that's the thing. My Shih Tzu is older than my min, but I'm with you there because I'm not like I love her. She is just I love her to pieces, and she's like a little teddy bear, right? Like yours, I'm sure is
Yeah.
just like I love the smush and fluff and all that, but the hair is such a pain in the ass,
Oh
and
yes. It's like
I'm
DC.
not.
I love him to death, but doing the grooming sucks.
Yeah.
And then because he's a white dog, I guess I don't know, but since he's white, he thinks he has to go outside and roll in the freaking dirt.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got a smell like the dog smells. You know,
And I'm just like, no.
he's got to do his doggy thing. He's got to
And
go
I'm
out,
like, no.
get all dirty. I know they're disgusting, really, right? Like that's my little Shih Tzu. Like she comes in, she's the worst.
Oh, he
And
thinks if he sees something disgusting in the yard, he's gonna roll in it.
mhm,
It's like
that dive that they do, they're like, you can tell there goes the head. It's going in. It's going in.
I was outside the other day with him, and he started to roll in the dirt, and I'm like, no, stop,
I know.
stop.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I know.
I
And then by then it's too late.
last summer I was outside, and thankfully DC was not outside with me. Thankfully, because
Mm.
I found a dead possum out there. It was a baby possum that was dead,
Aw.
and I thank God DC wasn't out there because it was one of them that it was a dead animal
Yep.
with dead scent, and if he would have found it, he would have rolled all over it. He would have rolled all over the spot,
Oh gosh. Yes.
and I would have never got that scent out.
No.
And so I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
able to get the possum out and away and disposed of, and
Yeah,
DC never knew the difference. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
that's
Because
good.
it would have been so rancid.
Yeah, well, I've had my dogs get skunked,
Mm-hmm.
sprayed by the skunk, and I didn't know I didn't know that they had gotten sprayed until I called them to come in.
Oh, no.
So my whole house just smelled like skunk, and it was yeah, it took a little while to get out. But yeah, I love them to pieces, but I'm with you on the hair cutting. I'm just over it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just over the hair cutting
I
now.
just, I love my dogs. I love my rescue. Like, I won't ever take it back. Like, I love them.
Yeah.
But if I ever have my choice, I just, I won't go for a dog that needs grooming.
Yeah, no.
I, my back can't take it, and so
Well, not if you have to do it.
right.
I mean, that's the reason I don't do it. Like my daughter's dad, he has three. They have three, and he grooms them. And I'm like, that's. I mean, you almost have to. Like, it's a small fortune, right? You have three that need. We just can't. We just can't seem to get it together, Callie and I, and do it. So.
Yeah, I even have the grooming table and everything now.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
I know that would all make the difference, and but I'm not gonna. I don't want to do it. I
yeah.
don't.
It just come down to I had to just because of DC and how he is,
Yeah.
and like
Well,
I
yeah.
need to take him to Petco because of him, and he knits. That's all he does. He knits.
Right.
And even Petco's just like, well, no, since he knits, we can't do it. I'm like,
Oh, like he's aggressive
yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
he's not even gonna make you bleed, really.
Yeah, I know.
But no, they won't do it, and so it's like, fine, it's up to me then, because the only other
No,
option
that's too bad.
is to do sedative dentistry or grooming.
Grooming. I know.
That's even more expensive.
I know. I. The past few times, my little she's 9. She's gonna be 9, and it's like every time she comes back, she's just exhausted for like 2 days. Like
Mm-hmm.
it has just worn her out for 2 days. And I feel so bad that she has to do it. You know, I know
Then
she doesn't.
maybe look into something like giving her a gummy.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe look into something like give her a gummy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a CB,
Yeah, CBD.
or they have THC. I know my sister, she has one, she has 3 pits, and one of them is, and they're 3 rescues. And they're lovely babes. They are just sweethearts. But one of them is a little bit more reactive as far as the cats, the other dogs. He's fast to get aggressive if
Mm-hmm.
he's whatever. So she not because he's aggressive, but in situations that give him anxiety, she gives him gummies.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Yeah.
I have. I've gave DC gummies before because of his anxiety. And he was on medicine for PTSD and anxiety for a long time. But it's gotten to where it's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. And just to get him because he was on gabapentin, that's considered a compound.
For him, for
Yeah,
dogs.
for dogs. Yeah, because he's so little, they don't make it in that tiny of a size. So it's a
Ugh.
compound drug. Yeah. And so I spent like $45 a month just on that.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't even spend that much a month on my gabapentin.
That I know. That's what I was saying. I'm like, it's not that expensive. Like, what the
It's
heck?
not like to get it
Yeah,
for adults, it's not that expensive, but
no.
to get it for pets, it is. And so I weaned him off all his meds, and he's okay as
Yeah.
long as nobody comes to the door or something like that. Then he barks his head off.
Yeah.
But even that, I've come to the realization of we're pretty reclusive.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why give him these medicines and stuff if we're pretty reclusive and that doesn't happen very often?
Yeah, right. If he's okay, if he's feeling better, like the shaking and all that kind of, they're
The only thing
little,
I don't like and I can't really stand, but I've gotten to where I just deal with it, is the constant licking. He
oh,
licks
yeah.
everything all the time.
So does my Shih Tzu.
Like
So does my Shih Tzu.
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? You don't need to
It's,
lick it.
I don't know what that is
I
exactly.
don't either.
I'm trying to figure that out too.
Like
Like,
we'll go to bed and he'll lick my pillow, and I'm like, quit licking my pillow.
yes, she'll
Don't.
do that. She'll like, what? What? What are you doing? Look, 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 look.
Yes, it's constant. I'm
I
just like,
know. Shut up. I can't. Well, one, I don't like her like digging at her. Like if she doesn't lick at something else, she'll lick herself. So like I don't want her to dig at herself, right?
yeah.
So like I let her do her little licky thing. It's almost like my min pin, and I don't know about like it's interesting you had min pins. And she actually was a rescue. I never ever it was just never a breed that ever like came to mind. And then she came into my life, and like she's been one of the best little dogs I've ever had.
I
They're a
love the
great
little
little
min
dog.
pins.
But like, did your min pin like she's always got to be under her blanket, and she also like she'll make a little. I call it her nug. Like she pulls her with her paws. She'll make like a little poof in a blanket, and kind of suckle it.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know. Maybe she was weaned early. It's the sweetest little thing. It
It
really is.
because our Min Pins didn't. They didn't really have a thing with their blankets.
Were they? Did they like the blanket?
They like their blankets like in their beds, but they didn't really like have to have a blanket type thing.
Oh, okay.
Like DC, he does, but that's because Maltese they only have one coat. They don't
Right.
have an undercoat,
Right.
so he's always cold. Even like during the summer in the house with me, he's always cold.
Yeah. Because
Well,
his hair's like human hair, right?
yes,
Yeah.
he loves his sweaters. That dog, I've never seen a dog so into sweaters as he is. He loves them, and he
That's
hates when
so.
I take them off. Like he
Oh,
fights me to take off his sweaters. And right now he's not wearing one because it's summer. It's 113 outside.
oh my
No, I'm
god.
not going to put my dog in a sweater.
Right.
And he
He's
doesn't
like,
like.
I want one. I need it.
Yes,
It's
he
my
wants a thermal.
security. It's probably like his thunder shirt.
He has a thunder shirt. Both my
Does he
dogs
have a
actually
thunder
have a
shirt?
thunder shirt.
Yeah. But
But
I wonder if it just makes him feel more secure, like all the time. You know,
yeah, but
it's cute.
at night, definitely, he will get under the blankets with me. And then when he's nice and warm and everything, he gets out from under the blanket. And then when it gets cold, he'll nudge and scratch at the blankets and went right back under the blankets with me. I mean, that's just what he does.
I know. But I like my, like Ivy, that's my min pin. She likes to get under the covers and like her little legs keep me warm. You know, it's like, oh, oh, I'm cold. Come on, come on, come on. Get under the covers. Get under the covers.
And
I'm like,
that's what
come
I
on.
love about DC because he'll get like right at my back or under right bend in my legs and he'll
Yeah.
keep warm. And even with me and my anxiety, I have a weighted blanket. DC
Do you
don't
like
care.
it?
He will get under that weighted blanket with me.
And he feels scared.
Yeah, he loves it.
Do you love it? How much is the weight?
Mine is actually 17 pounds on my blanket.
Okay.
I've got I think the full size.
Okay.
And yeah, I got it off Amazon. It's a full size weighted blanket. I love it.
So, yeah.
Hey, work it out with Kim.
Hey Kim, how are you? I looked down. Yeah. Like earlier, I was.
Yeah, I love my weighted blanket. My spouse don't because
Is it too hot?
it's too hot. But for me and having Reynards and my anxiety, it's like perfect because I'll put my weighted blanket on top of all my covers, and then especially when I'm cold, I'll put my heated blanket on, and so it'll suppress that heat.
Yeah.
And so I love it.
Oh,
I
that's
can't get enough of it.
nice. That's a good idea because I do use a heated blanket a lot. Because it does help a lot with pain.
Yes,
The heat does. That's something I suggest to people all the time.
I love my heated blanket, especially
Yeah.
with me and my Reynards because like right now it's 74 in my house, but my hands and my feet stay cold all the time,
Yeah.
all the time. I
Mm.
have tons of blankets all over my house because I'm always cold. I stay cold. And people, I'm sure, in my neighborhood think I'm batshit crazy because on my breaks and my lunches and stuff during work, I will go outside in pajama pants and a hoodie just to warm up on my breaks and my lunches. And I'm sure they think I'm nuts because it's 113 degrees outside in Texas during the day, and I'm outside in a hoodie. But
Right.
no, I'm trying to warm up, and they probably think I have it like 60 degrees or something in my house, and I don't. My house is at 74.
Ugh, that's too warm for me. But you just don't have the circulation.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I was to try and keep it any warmer, then when my spouse gets home, it would take that much more to cool off the house. And it's a catch 22 kind of thing.
Yes. Now, does he find it warm?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My when my spouse is home, it's always cooler. Like
Yeah.
we'll put it down to like 72 because that one can get so much hotter faster, and not me. I'm too cold natured. I can't. Like,
Yeah.
sure, if I'm outside and I'm working, yeah, I'll get hot. I mean, anybody would in this age.
Right.
But if I'm inside, no,
In the air.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
even during the winter, like my hands and my feet will turn blue because of my circulation. And that's what, like, all the time, if I go to a new doctor, they
Yeah.
look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're on high blood pressure medicine," and I'm like, "No, I'm on it because of my Raynaud's. I don't have high blood pressure." And they're
Right.
like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I mean, we could talk healthier. We could do a whole live at like a reasonable hour talking about because that's another thing that irritates me is that people when the doctor comes in, he hasn't really read your chart, right?
Right?
To know what's going on with you. And so it's frustrating to me. I'm sorry, I'm sitting on a pillow. Okay. Um, yeah, that he doesn't even know what you're on doesn't make me feel very confident in the care you're giving me. That's almost like a turn off right away when you come into the room and you ask me a question that I'm hoping you already know something about. Like with you with your Raynaud's, me with MS and lupus, like those are things that when they're
Need to be
specialties,
prevalent in the knowledge.
right? It's like I before you care for me, I these things because they're significant in my health,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah. That
So
to me, like, even I have my spouse's health to a T because I go in. My spouse doesn't even want to go to the doctor without me because they know I'm going to go in and ask the right questions. And I'm going to say the
yeah,
right things, and they're not even going to think of the right things to ask. And I'm going to be like, oh, wait, but. And I'm always going to probe and ask the right questions.
yeah.
And the
Well,
doctor looks at them like, okay, but what about this? Or what about that? And my spouse will look at me and be like, what, what's the answer? Because I know more.
well, that's the thing. And, I've found that some doctors can acknowledge that with people that have chronic illnesses, right? That, like, you know yourself and you pay attention to yourself really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You learn yourself, you pay attention to, I think that sometimes we know little twinges that are not normal, right? More I think we know about our bodies best. And so I think sometimes there are some doctors, not a ton, that can acknowledge that, yeah, people with chronic illness do have a lot of knowledge, especially when it comes to their illness, right? And then there's other doctors that can't have any of that because I have to doctor.
Yes. And they don't like you to self diagnose.
No.
You can't even
And
mention anything that's out in the realm of, because heaven forbid you self diagnose yourself and even be right. Because then you're going
oh,
to hurt their feelings.
right, yeah. I don't like there's a lot of I I call it like medical gaslighting essentially because that's basically really what it is. When you are getting your blood drawn, right? And you say, "Oh, what are you tests or, what are we doing?" I'm blind. I'm drawing your blood. Okay, well, I can see that. Like, what are we testing for? What the doctor ordered.
Mhm.
You know, constantly never giving you an answer to your question. And like, that's not good enough. Like, are you testing for, this dynamic that may show that I'm in an exacerbation in some sort of way? Or, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't like that stuff.
I don't either. It's like with me, I've known for years my vitamin D is low.
Yeah,
For years.
yeah.
And I don't think for a long time that they've actually tested my vitamin D to even see if it's come up.
Well,
And I'm just like, really?
I know. Well, next time you'll have to just ask them. Those like that kind of stuff. Although they don't always like it when you ask for something either, but it's like, could we test it so I know what the number is?
Right?
Just for me to know? Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
even think the doctors like it with my grandmother in law because I now have access to all her charts.
yeah.
And I used to take her to the doctor like all the time when we lived next door to her. And now that I have access to her charts again, if I go to the nursing home, I can be like, hey, this, and this. And
Right,
she's like, but you're not on her list. I'm like, I don't care whose list I'm on. This is what she needs. This is what she's gonna get.
right. Well, that's the thing. It's like I have the information. Is anybody else showing up here with the information?
Right.
I have the information. Why can't you? And that's another thing. It is frustrating. Let me see. I'm gonna
You
post your.
some bull brat.
Um,
Look, look, Tiff.
I said I was gonna post your link in my chat real quick and have these people come say hi, and hit the like button. We'll get our people here.
I got Brat just a chillin'.
Look at what a baby. I do miss having a cat. I really,
She's my
uh,
old lady.
yeah, I like having a
Ow,
cat.
ow, ow, your claw. Okay, thank you.
I
If he's 14.
He's 14.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's 14. She's the old lady.
what a baby. How old's the baby?
And this poor old lady, she's like, I've let it pretty much, she gets what she wants when she wants it because I know she has at least, what's it called? The non cancerous tumors.
Yeah, um, like 9.
Yeah, I forgot what you call them now. Um, but she has them all over. And so I know that she's not in her upmost, you know, her being
Yeah.
13. She's up there. And so I just kind of I let her be and let her do her thing.
Well, yeah. She's like living.
And she does. She like here in the living room, this is her. She stays on the couch. She'll get down, go eat, use the bathroom, and then come back in here and stay on the couch.
Oh. Well, she's living the dream,
Yeah,
right?
she really is.
That's so
She
cute.
she'll protect the couch too because I have an outside cat. Her name is Sammy. I've officially named her. She's a stray cat, but this winter she started coming in the house with the doggy door. And she started doing it at night when all the
Oh.
pets were asleep.
Oh, she's
Yes.
sneaking food.
She would sneak in the doggy door and just come in the house and get under the couch while everybody was sleeping to where she could stay warm and dry. And she would do that this winter to where she was just, nice and warm.
Right.
I was like, I'm fine with that. She can come in here and be warm, whatever. No big thing.
Right.
And then she started getting a little braver. And while they're sleeping, she found the cat room. And she would go in there and eat their food. And I'm like, okay. I thought maybe I could introduce her to the house. But old lady here just wasn't having it, along with DC. They just will not let Sammy in the house. If it's during the day, then
They don't.
Yeah, they take domain of the house, and DC and Brat are just like, the hell you're coming in my house. I've seen Brat strut her stuff across this house and be like,
She's like, it's my house, this is my domain and my rules.
So I've started feeding Sammy out front, and I'll put some wet and dry food out for her out front, and then I put one of the terry kennels out front with the cool mat inside of it to at least give her the option of somewhere cool and shaded to stay since it's hot.
Does she use it?
Not really.
No.
I've enticed it. I put the food in there. I've tried to get her to stay in there.
Yeah.
No. I've enticed her to come inside. She's come inside maybe twice. But there again, DC doesn't really want her inside.
Right.
So he kind of postures up and really looks at her and
shows her back out the door.
Yeah, like, he really looks at her like he's going to nip at her, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he looks at her that way. And so she just...
Aww.
She doesn't want to come inside when he does that. But she'll stay out front, and I'll call her in the mornings and the evenings when I go to feed her, and she'll come right up. But
and she lets you pet her and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
She's a real pretty, like, Siamese cat.
Mm-hmm.
She's brown and black. Really pretty. Yeah.
I know. We had a stray around here, and she was a real pretty little long-haired tortie. But she wouldn't have anything to do with me at all.
She will. She's the only one. Like, all the other tomcats, no, they can go away.
Yeah.
Just because my little cat, little bit, she still goes into heat.
Oh, she does? Oh, she does.
And she goes outside.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she'll go out my doggy door, and she'll holler. And what's funny is she'll holler and call for these tomcats. But as soon as they come up to her and try to do anything, she screams and hollers and then comes right back in.
Oh, so she's not interested.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. She'll go out
well,
there.
That's good.
She'll call for them, and she'll want them to do something. But as soon as they come close, then she's like, meh, and comes right back in, and is like, no.
Well, that. Do you want kittens?
Huh?
Do you want to have kittens?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have enough animals. I don't need any kittens. I'm good. So I'm glad on that part.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Until I can afford to get her spayed.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's.
I know. We use this, my sister used to do a bunch, and she still does, I'm sure, at some level, do all kinds of volunteer with, like, rescue groups, doing shots and spaying and all that kind of stuff at a cheaper price. And they have a van that goes around the city and does, like, all their shots and vaccinations and stuff. And so I just started doing that. And like when my sister would volunteer on the trucks, and I went, and it was like $55 for everything for 3 dogs, and that included all their shots plus nail trims.
Nice.
I know. I was like, okay. I love to save money. I mean,
Right?
yeah, I'm all about it. And it also helps support their little cause, of like keeping it going. Because I think it's a great thing going into the different communities and offering those different things.
Like we have one here, but it's a low cost spay and neuter, but it's
Yeah,
not here in the town. It's in Mesquite, so it's 20 miles the next town over.
yeah.
And with us only having one vehicle, my spouse takes that to work every week and back. And so I'm like, well, until we get our second vehicle, I don't really have a way of doing that right now.
Hmm.
And theirs is
Yeah.
usually like on Wednesdays or something.
Yeah, I know. Some places really finicky. Like they'll do it, but it's
Yeah.
just
And I'm
one
like,
time a month or one whatever.
yeah. I'm just like, of course, y'all would have it like the really weird day and time that I just can't do.
Right, right. I know.
And then my vet, they want to charge like $250 to do it. And I'm just like, yeah, well,
It's it's really crazy. It's ridiculous. I had a half pug, half Shih Tzu, and she looked like a little black pug. She was such a cutie. Um,
yeah,
but I had my husband drop her off to, it was like her scheduled day to get her surgery, and so he took her, and they asked if we wanted it laparoscopically, right? And he told him yes, because like I usually get like anything that they offer, like the pain medicine that like I usually like for surgery and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'll take whatever the little extra little medicine packet is or whatever. So I don't think he realized, but so I had this little pug zoo. You could not tell that she had been fixed. It was interesting. But anyway, honey, I think I gotta go. Look at the babe. What a sweet, look at you, your sweet face. See, like he looks like a puppy forever too, like a little baby.
yes.
You just have a little baby face. I love his little snoot. Little snoot. I love a little nose. I love a little
Oh,
nose.
we're about to go to bed too.
Yeah, I know. I'm like getting sleepy too. It's 12:30 for me.
Okay, quit looking mutton. You're fine.
Look at you. Yeah, you do a great job on his hair.
Yeah. Okay. Can you lay down?
He's like, I love you, mama.
You lay down.
I love you, mom.
Oh,
I love you the most. They're so sweet. I love them.
that's what he's wanting. Is he's over here, and he's wanting me to go to bed.
Yeah, it's Betty time.
Yeah.
I don't know if she went. No, she left. Like sometimes she'll lay under. Are you in? Yep, yep. She's coming here, and she's right under my legs under a blanket.
Yeah. Usually he'll come in here and he'll do circles,
Yeah,
and he'll be telling me, "Okay, mom, it's time for bed."
isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I
So he
love.
wants to
They're the
wait till
best.
letting us know.
I know. They're so funny. I love them. Well, I really enjoyed this. I had fun.
Yeah. We'll have to get together next week and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think fun. Just Tuesday, nothing's going on, and I'm around.
Sounds good to me.
I know. Me too. All right, you ready to peace out?
Yep.
Oh, hey, Meg. That's my friend Meg.
Hi, Megan.
She popped in. She's one of my sweethearts. She's one of my good friends from my group. And a lot of the things we talked about tonight really are a lot of things that people in my group and talk about too. So uh, they would enjoy some of these conversations, you know, just
And that's all we really talk about. I mean, you've been in how many of my conversations? And
yeah.
we talk about A to
Okay.
Z about
I
anything.
know. That's why I'm like in the chat, like da, 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 da. Oh, I do. I do. Hey mates. Hey mates. All right, honey. Well, I'm ready to go.
All
You're
right.
ready to go. I
Chat at
appreciate
you
you.
later.
All right, honey. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Bye, guys.
Say goodnight, DC.